All right. Halloween just passed. I don't know when this episode is going to come out. Maybe it'll be way after Halloween. But I thought I would start it with a bit of spookiness. Ready? Be careful what you wish for. Muhahaha. Because you don't know how it will be given to you. Dun dun dun! Cliffhanger. Welcome to the Stayin' Wild and Well podcast. My name is Rin, and my greatest accomplishment is being alive. Here we talk about life's journey, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, all things mental health, body, mind, and spirit. We share wild stories and keeping your wild alive while staying well. Be careful what you ask for because you don't know how it will be given to you. Be so intentional with what you ask for because you don't know how it's going to be given to you. Before I start, this is your sign. Have some water. How do we feel about these adult sippy cup things? Somebody told me that if I sip out of a straw, I'll drink a lot more water. I used to drink like 3.5, 4 liters of water a day. I've been struggling, so cheers. Beautiful. Okay, let's get started. We can ask for things. We can meditate, and some people believe in manifestation. Some people don't. I really believe in manifestation. I believe that whatever you want, you can have, and you can put that intention out there and you can work towards achieving it or receiving it. But it's so important because when we ask the universe for something, it may be given to you and you don't know how it is going to come to you. A year ago, I had meditated and I had said, I just want unconditional love. Universe, I want unconditional love. I just want to feel loved. I want to give love. I want to receive love. We often think that things are just going to be given to us. Let me win the lottery. And you never buy the lottery ticket. We've heard that. You could wish for the lottery, but if you never buy a lottery ticket, there's no chance that you're going to win the lottery. Where am I going with this? Sometimes you're gonna have to do the work. Most of the time, you're gonna have to do the work. It's very unlikely that you will just be handed things. Although, synergetically, universally, I think that there are things that just start to happen that fall into place that will push you to make a decision to do the work. So I have some notes here because, like I said, a year ago I cried silently looking to receive, achieve, experience unconditional love. And I did that when crying because I knew where my marriage was headed. And I just wanted to feel that. And I wanted to feel that with friendships, and I wanted to feel that with my partner. I never imagined that it would end up with me and my partner and us deciding that our relationship would come to an end. My hope had been that there would be a shift and a change within our marriage that would cultivate this very unconditional love. So now, as I look around and so many walls in my life have come down and I gave the keys to my home and my marriage is ending, I am humbled by the practice of letting go that I have been invited and called to do while I'm looking to achieve unconditional love. Selling my home, letting go of Moon, my husky, giving Aura up to Jesse because, well, it's a better option for him than me keeping him. And that was such a tough decision to make. Letting friendships go. I have been forced to push myself outside of the stories of my own mind, to push beyond the selfish tendencies as a human that we have, to want to keep my cat, to want to keep my dog, to want to hold Jesse tight, to want to hold on to love that I've fallen into, to hold on to friendships. But I've been placed in a position to let it go. And I'm so humbled by that because it is the unconditional love that I have felt for these individuals, humans and fur babes and materialistic objects. Like, I've been humbled by the letting go and the unconditional love to move towards the better good in this season of my life. So it's so interesting that I had asked for unconditional love and I am being forced to let things go and to love on individuals and love my dog and love my cat and have to give them up to know that it's for the better good outside of my own selfish tendencies, to really be forced into a deep, deep love that goes beyond measure. I always say that prior to my separation, I loved, but I didn't know that I could love as much as I do now. We don't know love until we've experienced loss. Only when we've experienced loss do we understand the amount and the tremendous amount of love we had for an individual or a fur baby or something that you appreciated and had and you loved so much. It's really hard to be able to weigh and measure until you know the opposite. So I've really been forced into this deep unconditional love, which is so interesting because, like I said, it feels like universe was like, well, Rin, if you want to feel unconditional love, you're going to have to embody it first, and you're going to have to experience it, and you're going to have to be forced to feel all of that. And in so many ways, I always felt like I just loved unconditionally. I accept people for who they are. I like love so much. It's a part of my nature and who I am. But then universe was like, yeah, this is what I have here for you guys. Universe was like, once you've embodied it, once you've embodied that type of love, all that's left when all the pieces have fallen apart is you. So universe was like, okay, you've unconditionally loved, you've let go, you've released. Now you're faced with you, Rin. And now you have to unconditionally love you. If you want to feel unconditional love, if you want to experience it throughout your journey, if you want to have friendships that are so unconditional and partnerships that are unconditional, first you have to give that love back to you. And the greatest gift that you can ever give anyone in your life is what you can give to yourself. Can you love yourself enough to be able to love others? What I've come to know is, and there was a saying years ago, and I think people still say it, you can't love anybody until you love yourself. And I remember hearing that and being like, that is a lie, because as I had gone through my mental health journey, there was times and moments in my life where I certainly didn't love myself. But when you start to love yourself, you see that the love you have for others and the capacity is so much greater. You are flooded with love. So here I was a year ago being like, I want unconditional love. I want to feel unconditional love. I want to have energy, shared relationships, and partnerships. You have to be careful what you ask for because you don't know how it's going to be given to you. Suddenly my marriage is ending and my house is being sold and my fur babies I have to give up for adoption, deaths have taken place, loss of friendships. Like, it has been a lot of letting go, and so humbled by it, and unconditional love flooding through me to be able to let these things go and send love and light and not hold on to resentment and not hold on to anger and not hold on to the tightness of it all, and to release it, to then have everything fall and to be just left with myself. No friendships that are 35-year-old friendships that you once thought were family and forever, and a relationship that you thought would be until you get old, a house, material, all these things. Like, you're just left with you because it's all fallen. Well, now that unconditional love has to go back in here. What happened, you guys? Although it's still a work in progress, I will say, because we are human, this unconditional love is still a work in progress for me, for you, for so many of us. I have gone through deep sorrow and so many tears, letting these parts of my life go and friendships. But I have made incredible new friendships. I have cultivated these energy shared relationships where I feel so blessed. I couldn't have imagined some of the friends and people that have come into my life that I have currently this unconditional love, this deep, authentic conversation, these energy shares, commonalities, such nourished relationships. You have to work for what you get. It doesn't always come to you, and you have to be careful what you ask for because you don't know how it's going to come to you. So what's the lesson here? The lesson really is just to remind you that we can ask for things, we can manifest things, we can try our best to have it land in our laps, but most of the time, you will be asked of things that feel really hard and really uncomfortable. But if you move towards fear, if you move towards your own darkness, only then will you be able to start to see the light. Moving towards that fear, doing the hard work, diving in deep, you are rewarded. I am so blessed and so grateful to know that a year ago I had asked for unconditional love, and the relationships that I am seeing show up in my orbit are based on the work and energy that I put out into the universe and the work that I do. Don't be afraid. Move towards the fear. Move towards your own darkness so that you can reach the light.